What's up? Back for another one. Coming in strong. I'm actually pretty tired out today, but kind of out of it. But today's video is on when I was younger. I used to freaking just want to fit in so bad and have like friends and everything trying to validate me. This desperate need for validation. And then it's like once you get to the point where you get older and you get comfortable with yourself, and you're like, dude, I don't need nobody. I don't need none of that shit. I don't need nobody's fucking validation, because it's like I get my own, right? Then you go and see some of them people who you used to like just desperately crave the validation, and you didn't even like them. You're like, this person's annoying and this and that. And it's like, if you get over the freaking need for the validation, desperate need to have somebody validate you, you could be like, bro, just see people for what they are. And it's like kind of like it's a freeing thing. Because it's like, man, there's only a few people who aren't even anymore who I'd even freaking be like, yeah, they're freaking worth my time. Because it's like, most people are bullshit. Most people have no freaking goals. Most people are trying to play some game where they're trying to like put you in a place of a power thing and everything else. Most people are just like, I don't know, it's just nonsense, because they don't have any goals and passions or nothing. Most people, like, no real goals and passions, nothing that they like just dedicate their whole lives into, and they're not really trying to become better. They're kind of just in a limbo state, and you can't be in limbo. You either are growing or you're receding. You're either stagnant or you're moving. You know, there's no, you can't just stay in one place. You're either going forward or going backwards. And so if you're not moving forward to something better, then you're going backwards. And then that's how most people are. And so now I've seen in my time that it's like, man, I'm so glad that just waking up to the truth. And I've spent so much time alone, so much time just like, you know, woe is me type shit. Like, why can't I have all that and stuff? Like, why can't I have the... And it's like, dude, now I don't even want it. Like, I don't even want it. Like, I feel like people just get in my way, you know? I feel like you gotta put on this fucking face for them. You gotta freaking... You can't be yourself because you're too passionate or this and that. And like, you know, they don't share any of your interests. They don't fucking feel alive enough to like be passionate. And some people are, and those people I respect. But the people that don't have that, they're just trying to bring everybody down because they feel like crap about themselves. Like, dude, I got no respect for that. Not one iota of respect for that. And people trying to be negative and bring everybody down, trying to put everybody in some place. So, man, if we just worried about what we had to do and got better at it, then when we saw somebody who was doing good, we wouldn't want it. We wouldn't feel jealous. We wouldn't feel bad. We wouldn't feel like, oh, it's a hit to my ego. Like, there was a dude in the gym, okay, and this guy was a freaking tall. He wasn't a string bean, but he was like just tall and skinny, right? He had some muscle on him, but this guy, taller than me, and I'm talking to him, and I think I'm just freaking Goliath with the weights I'm throwing around. He's like, yeah, I'm just freaking trying to go for like a 735 deadlift on my powerlifting meets. Dude's like 210 or something, or 220. I think it was the 210. And I'm like, holy crap. And he's squatting like 540 pounds. His bench press sucks, but that's because he was real tall and like lanky, you know? But I'm like, holy crap. And it's like, you know, I feel like I've been trying my best and I'm really going for it. And then there's this guy who's half my size basically, and he's like freaking throwing around weight like nothing. So, and it's like, I didn't feel any kind of jealousy. I was like, wow, inspired. So I started asking questions. How did you get like that? You know, like, I wouldn't guess by your build. I would not guess by your build. But I felt inspired, and we had a great conversation. Like, we had a great conversation. I was like, man, I got to try harder. I got to work harder. I got to do all this stuff. He gave me some tips and stuff, which was awesome. And the more what I'm trying to say is, like, if you're fulfilled in your life and you're trying to do all this stuff, you don't want to bring motherfuckers down. you'll like be happy. You'll see somebody doing good and you'll be happy. You'll be like, yeah, that's great. You won't be jealous because because you know in your heart you're trying your best. And if you're not trying your best and you live in a world of ego where you have this idea of like, oh yeah, I'm the greatest and I'm not putting any time in, then you have somebody who comes in and shatters that just because of their work ethic. Then all of a sudden you hate that person, you're jealous of that person, you resent that person because they're actually doing what you're proclaiming to do. And so we need to get away from people like that. We all need to just stop being like that, and we need to start just moving towards a goal that actually matters in our lives, and then we can be satisfied. But the moral of the story today is just freaking that if you don't need the validation for anybody, you don't need it. They don't, you will see them for what they are. And then that is freedom, because then you're not under the chains of, oh, I got to seek this person's approval. So then you put them above you, and they're always going to be better than you in that case, even if they're clearly not. And a lot of people, when they see that kind of attitude from you, they use it as, they prey on it. Then they use it as fuel for the egocentrical freaking ideology of life and stuff. And so then they'll try to play you victim and be the predator to you. And then you'll be the prey. And then you'll be under their freaking quorums and everything else. And you'll be like, wow. And then you feel like you're just getting stepped on and everything else, because you are. You gotta stand strong from that stuff. You gotta just see people what they are and realize that your validation is within yourself. And you look in the mirror and you know you tried your best day after day after day. Then you become, then that's how you seek your own validation. You won't need it from the external source. You won't need it from anybody else, because you'll have it within yourself. That's about the end of this one.